Welcome to Projects for All. My name's Mike, and today we got a brand new offering from Huepar Pro. Huepar contacted me and said, hey Mike, would you like to see our new line of higher quality laser levels? And I said, why not? Send it down and we'll check it out and see if it's any good. There's about 20 legible words on this box, and 4 of them are the word professional. I'm expecting good stuff on this one. This is a nice case. It's got a nice overmolded handle. Flips around. Decent latches. It's all plastic, but not bad. No rubber seal on the box, but still a nice box and everything nicely organized. Got our laser level, of course. Some overmold on this. Clicky buttons. I know the last Huepar we had a weird diagonal switch that was hard to turn on. This one, very nice. Got a power brick with this. USB. Beautiful. Got a cord over here. Came with the cord. USB to USB-C. Nice mount. We'll get into this a little more, but I'm going to tell you, I've been fiddling with this for a while. This whole kit and all the accessories in it feel like better quality than the stuff we did last time. I'm sure the price will reflect that, and I don't have an actual price for you on this item. This is for sale right now. I'll put a link to it, but I don't know if that's going to be the price that this will permanently be sold for. Interesting. We'll have a look at this. Looks like a way to mount this to a tripod. Everything fits in there nice. I mean nice. It's tight. Fit and finish, not too bad. Got a real heavy spring on this. Clamp for clamping to a surface. Metal on the back. Not bad. Looks like an adjustable clamp. Here's our battery. Came fully charged. USB-A or original USB on the back here. And USB-C on the front, and this charges with USB-C. 8,000 milliamp battery. Fits nice and tight in its spot. We got us some green glasses. Nice little remote. Has all the functions on it. The typical target from all the Amazon, well, about half of the ones we did last time had this target in there, so it comes with the target. What do you want? And a nice little owner's manual. Ooh, the birds are going crazy. They're like right in the pine tree that's right outside my garage, and they really like to chirp sometimes. It's nice out for February. All right, let's get this stuff out of here and see how it works. This is my actual Milwaukee M12 crossline. I keep it in the box because why not? It fits in the box. Keeps it from getting banged around. It is not new. We're going to use this to check for accuracy and compare brightness. They're not the same product, so we're not really going to be comparing the two, but we'll use this to help us out. Oddly enough, I don't see the word professional anywhere on this box. Clearly a marketing oversight on Milwaukee's part. All right, let's check out our included mounting options real quick here. So this knob turns this. This side knob here is lateral movement. It moves the entire thing back and forth. You have in and out with this way. And then you have a locking knob and a knob that raises this. So you got a scale both in inches and metric. And this will raise it, and then turning that locking knob which way? Clockwise. Locks it on there. We have this crazy looking thing right here, which has a few functions. The knob here moves this clip that is spring loaded, moves it in and out so it can be clamped to different thicknesses. It will go out far enough to clamp to a stud because it'd be pretty silly if it didn't. You can clamp it to something, hang it from a nail on a wall. This one here eludes me. So this screws in and out. The only thing I can think that this could be for is if you screw it out far enough, you can put an M6 nut and washer on it and bolt it to something. And if you're not using it, you just thread it all the way down. So there you go. So now it's just out of your way. This one here is pretty simple. It is just tilt side to side. It's threaded for 1/4-20. If you unscrew it, it attaches pretty securely. And now you can put it on a tripod and tilt it back and forth. So the way this works is simple enough, even though there's a lot of components here. You have the metal part and the magnets, and these two fit together just like so. I have it just wide enough to fit on this. There's some soft rubber feet on the clamp part, and it sticks pretty good, but it does give it some movement. It should be said, I mean, it settles down pretty fast, but it is fairly jiggly. You got magnets attached to metal with plastic parts and soft feet clamping this. It's secure and I wouldn't worry about it on there, but it does give a little bit of wiggle. You could technically use all three of these if you wanted to, because they're all 1/4-20. And there you go. It's a whole lot of adjustability right there. So you can tilt and pan and do anything you pretty much can imagine. Adjust the height. It will lock itself with this locking knob. Oh, I didn't even notice it clicks. Okay. It is very secure, I guess. It clicks pretty hard. You could, of course, just set the whole thing on a flat surface. It takes a second or two to settle down, but not too bad. There's a whole lot going on right there. That's a lot of knobs. Here is the tripod I started doing YouTube with. It was probably $15. It is literally the worst tripod you could possibly spend $15 on. It shakes the thing like crazy. Let's go over there. That's about 10 feet away. And we'll check it with the 6-footer and just see how close it is. By my 6-footer, it's dead on accurate. As close as you can get. It's not bad for this little guy. The Milwaukee claims accuracy of about 1/8 of an inch at 33 feet, which is like 3.1 millimeters. This one claimed 10 meters, plus or minus 2 millimeters. When I first got this, I took it out of the box and was disappointed because the remote does not work. It's a nice looking remote. It's got a nice soft touch on the front. It's plastic. So I emailed Huepar and said, hey, your remote doesn't work. Do you want to send another one? I'm going to tell my audience, of course, that the first one didn't work, but at least we can see the thing work. And they said, this is on, by the way. It's just the lasers are turned off. They said you have to pair the remote. And they did this on purpose so you can have multiple remotes for these laser levels, or you can control multiple laser levels with the same remote if you want to. They said hold the H on both of these on the unit and the remote at the same time until we get a flash here. Let's see what happens. Boom. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Well, that was simple, and I'm very happy I didn't just decide to tell you guys the remote was broken, because that is a nice feature. I like it. Let's take this thing outside and see how it does in the bright sunlight. So about out here in the bright sunlight, a little bit of snow. Water dripping through that is very annoying. The Huepar projecting on the door there. The Milwaukee is forward only, of course. Both can be seen on the house. I mean, we're in a shadow here, but we are that far away. Both lines on the fence. The Huepar is on top. It's shaking a little bit because of that crappy tripod. We are probably about 25 feet away right now, and in the sunlight, and both are still totally usable, although the Milwaukee is clearly brighter. Milwaukee's on the bottom, Huepar on the top. They are similar brightness, but the Milwaukee is brighter. They appear to be dead accurate We're about 10 feet away from the wall, although the farther away you get here, the dimmer the Huepar gets, and the Milwaukee stays pretty bright. I mean, you could argue that the thinner laser is going to be a little more accurate and a little bit easier to use than the big bright one, but definitely brighter on the Milwaukee though. So it did pretty good in my opinion. You can still see it 25 feet outside on a bright sunny day, but in the shadow of the house, it is totally visible at 25 feet. It is rated more accurate than my Milwaukee, which will arguably be twice the price, I'm sure. Once we figure out what this costs, it's going to be close to that, I'll bet. It is just as accurate as far as I can tell. It's dead nuts on accuracy. IP54 rated, so I wouldn't take it for a swim, but if you get caught in a drizzle or it's in a dusty shot, it should do fine. The battery claimed 5 hours charge time. It has a 2 amp brick, so slow charging, 5 hours to charge the battery, but they claim 10 hours of runtime on one of these batteries, and since it is detachable, I am sure you can get a second one if you want for 24 hours almost of runtime, if that's what you're into. The build's pretty nice. It feels solid. The accessories are a little bit better quality than we're used to compared to some of the big names. It does just fine for a budget tool. The owner's manual is actually written, I think, by a native English-speaking person because it is not computer translated. It's written and reads just like any manual you'd get in a product that you buy at a store in the US. I think that's the first time I've seen a properly written user manual from an Amazon seller's tools, at least. So not bad. I'm impressed with that. Professional, definitely professional. I think it's good. I'm curious to see what the price will end up being, but if you're interested, check out the link in the video description and I'll have it there and you can go to Amazon and see what it costs and if it's worth it to you. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you as always for watching. I appreciate it. Hit like and subscribe. It helps out the channel and you don't miss out on all the future tool reviews. Got a lot of stuff coming up. I'll see you in the next one.